Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in here, it is finally the full version of Skater XL. This game was on early access for about 2 years and it is developed by the Easy Day Studios. And it is also using Unity engine and it is very well optimized. At least on this machine it runs awesomely fine. So Skater XL, it is a simulation of skateboarding game. This is something like I have never seen before, to be honest, but well, I never played too much skateboarding games aside from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I'm pretty sure Tony Hawk's it was pretty arcade-ish. So this is the graphical settings. I'm playing with 1440p maximum settings, but there is a small glitch in here. So whatever, if you select VSync on or off after entering on the graphical settings, the game just locks you out to 60 frames per second. So if you restart the game, the frame rate will be unlocked again. So looking to the recommended requirements, you can see that you will need an i5 at least with 3.5 GHz. They don't specify the generation. They also recommend a 16 gigs of RAM, which I do disagree. I think that 8 gigs of RAM it is more than enough. And the GTX 960, which our GTX 1650 Super, it is far superior to that graphic card. And you can see that on these results, because at 1440p and 1080p, the results are way and above 60 frames per second. So that's why I'm trying the game at 1440p and recording at 1440p, because it runs awesome with 1440p. At 4K, even at median, well, not so well. It hovers between 30 to 50 frames per second, so I don't really recommend you to go with 4K, because I do think that 60 frames per second it is kind of essential for this game, because this game it is very hard. They really focused on simulation. It is very well done in my opinion. It is something really that I have never seen before, because I thought that skater games like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I'm not really sure if Skate from EA it is like this, probably not. But, I mean, on the other games, you have kind of pre-established tricks that you can do. So you press a combination of keys, like for example X left, or A right, or A forward and left to do some sort of tricks. But in this game, the tricks doesn't really work that way. What you need to do, it is to kind of change the balance with your own foot. So as you can see on the screen, the right analog it is marked with red color and the left analog it is marked with blue, which matches the weight pressures of your foot. I mean, you can see that your foot have different colors, so that you have an idea of which foot you are controlling, which in each analogic. And this is, well, this is very hard to learn at first, but after you master a little bit, it can be quite addictive in my opinion, and it works really well. You can do any trick that you want by pressing this type of combinations. Alright, so the triggers at the back controls the, you know, the direction where you want to change the skateboard, and the RB and the LB controls if you want to hold the skateboard with your hands or not. So yeah, that's the way it works. Also the game features about, I think, 5 maps, maybe 6, 5 to 6 maps, which you can play. I think the maps are great, but they suffer from one thing. They all feel like dead inside. There are no cars going by, there are no pedestrians, so it's just these dead environments with nothing. You don't see any other skateboarder in here, you don't see people crossing, we don't see cars where you might crash or not. So it is just completely empty maps where you can traverse and do your own tricks. Alright, that's the point. You can also have some characters which you can choose, about 6 characters I think, and there are some sort of minimal customization which you can perform, like changing t-shirts or you know, nothing special at all in my opinion. So that is that with the game, alright. And there is also a caveat to it. There are just some challenges which I was putting a lot of expectations with that, because I mean, the simulation it is great in this game, I really mean it, and despite the maps are empty, they are good playgrounds for a skateboarding game, alright? You have in here multiple places where you can perform your own tricks, and you can also teleport your player wherever you want to be more accessible to you. So I think it is fine overall. But the lack of decent challenges for this game, it is what kills the game for me, because there is nothing for you to do. There are in here a challenges menu where you can select like a challenge for you to do. Mostly it is related with tricks that the game wants you to do. But the thing is, it is not like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. For example, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, there is a challenge for you to do like 3,000 points doing like 5 or 6 tricks in 2 minutes. I don't know, there are some real challenges into it. And in this game, the challenges are just stuff like, okay, so you need to do this trick, alright? This is what the game says to you. And then it puts you in front of the place where the game wants you to perform the trick. And there is also a ghost there, a ghost player, teaching you how to do the trick. So the challenges, for me, it seems like tutorials to do the tricks. They are not challenges at all. They are just small tutorials that teaches you to perform any single trick inside the game, where it puts you in the correct place with a ghost player in front of you teaching you how to do it. And if you fail or if you get out of the place, you immediately fail. So these are no challenges, in my opinion. These are like tutorials to teach you to perform the tricks. So in my opinion, there are no challenges in this game, and this is the major disappointment for me, because I was expecting some challenges, some sort of quests for you to do. I'm going to show you now how challenges work in this game. As you can see, you have in here a full list of tricks which the game teaches you to do, and they put you a ghost player in front of you and tries to teach you how to perform, so you can try again. The good thing is that at least when you finish with successful trick, it marks you on the list that you already performed it. But I mean, this is nothing at all. I mean, the game, it is amazing. It has a good simulation with skateboarding. There is a lot of realism into this game. The maps are fine aside from being completely empty or dead inside, whatever you want to call it. But I was expecting that the challenges to be something fun, alright? The fact is, they are not. They are just simple tutorials for performing the tricks, and that's about it. There is also some soundtrack from Interpol, alright, and Animal Collective, and Modest Mouse, and Getter, Future Island, Band of Horses. Yes, there is some good soundtrack in my opinion, but they are just a few tracks. There isn't really too much tracks in here for you to play. For you to hear, I mean, and that's about it. I'm not really sure if Easy Day Studios are planning to add more stuff into the game or not, but despite this is the final version, and despite I give them credit for the simulation, for the maps, for what they really accomplished, which is something that I have never seen before, I mean, it is really good, but the lack of content of the game and the lack of objectives for you to perform really kills it for me. Alright, so if you just want a good simulation skateboarding game, you just want a playground for you to do stuff and you don't need objectives for you to do, well, this game, it is a good stuff. It is a good acquisition for you. I think you should really buy it. But I mean, for most of the players, and maybe for me, I mean, I'm not convinced because of the lack of content. The good thing is that this developer team encourages the players to join the modding community and to create stuff. But as far as I have seen, they are just some brands and customization of the skateboards and the characters. So yeah, not big deals, you know. I was expecting really something different. And also the game costs $39.99, so for some people they say that this is a steep price because of the lack of content. But well, I mean, this is just each other opinion. I'm not going to comment on the price because it depends a lot of what you are expecting from this game, alright? And for me, I'm a little bit disappointed with the lack of content, so $39.99 for me, it is probably too much for what this game has to offer. But for like I did told you, for other people that really want some simulation game and don't really need to have challenges or objectives, this game, it is absolutely excellent and you should get it. Also, I think that most of the Steam users are really satisfied with the game, so 88% of the users are fully satisfied with the game. So probably I'm a minority in here since I'm a little bit with the game. But it seems that most of the users are really satisfied with what this game has to offer. So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about Skater XL. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video. Oh wait, I'm going to finish right now. And I do hope to see you soon. Thank you a lot for watching. Alright, goodbye.